Welcome back to the Datarekha audio guide. I'm Diya.
And I'm Arjun. Today we untangle the most overhyped word in AI right now, agent. And you'll see the actual engineering change is almost embarrassingly small.
Okay, give me the smallest honest definition. What turns a plain language model into an agent?
Picture a real ticket. A customer emails. I never got my refund. I expected it 3 weeks ago. To answer that, you have to look up the order, check the refund status in Stripe, read the policy, maybe ping billing, then write the reply. A plain model can't do a single one of those things. All it can do is produce text.
Right. It can write a lovely apology about a refund. It has no way to actually check.
Exactly. An agent is a model that can also do something with its text. Call a function, look something up, write a file, ask a human, even call another model, and then keep going with the result it got back.
So what's the loop? Spell out the mechanism because I suspect it's tiny.
It is 4 lines. The model gets a prompt. It replies with either a final answer or a tool call. If it's a tool call, you run the tool and feed the result back in. And you repeat until it produces a final answer. That's the entire structural change. Everything else, the frameworks, the patterns, is just managing that one loop well.
Here's where I'd push back though. People throw agent at everything. You're telling me a lot of so-called agents aren't really agents at all.
That's the heart of it. Anthropic draws a line everyone now uses. Workflows versus agents. In a workflow, you wrote the steps in code. The model just fills in the blanks. The shape is fixed, it's predictable, cheap, easy to debug. In a true agent, the model directs its own process. It decides each next step. Flexible, but harder to reason about and fails in more ways.
And the refund example. Classify, look up the order, compose, send. That whole thing is actually a workflow, isn't it? You already know the steps.
You nailed it. The steps are knowable in advance, so you freeze them in code. The thesis is blunt. Start with the simplest thing that works. A single prompt beats a workflow. A workflow beats an agent. The teams that opened with multi-agent swarms are the ones now quietly rewriting them as routing plus prompt chaining.
So when do I genuinely need the real loop? The one where the model decides?
When you can't enumerate the steps and the model needs real feedback to plan. The cleanest example is debugging a failing build. The model reads a log, and what it reads decides what it looks at next. Maybe a file, maybe it runs a test, maybe it greps. Each step depends on what the last step found. You literally cannot write that path in advance.
Versus summarize a 30-page PDF or translate a paragraph to French. Those just look like single calls wearing a costume.
Right. Pure text in, text out needs no agent and no workflow. A direct call is faster, cheaper, more reliable. Reaching for an agent, there is the classic over-engineering trap. The rule of thumb needs live data, exact computation, or to act in the world. Tools needs many decisions where each depends on the last. Then you need the loop.
Let me name the thing that surprised me. When you describe it this way, the language model is the small part, isn't it?
That's the insight most people miss. An agent is mostly plumbing. The loop, the tool dispatch, managing what's in the context, the stop conditions. The model is one component. Which is also why a long system prompt alone never makes something an agent. It's a software architecture, not a prompting trick.
And the honest hard part? Not building it. Testing it.
Evaluating them. A single call has one input, one output. Trivial to test. An agent has a loop, side effects, and non-deterministic states in the middle. Add 3 to 10 calls per run for latency, the same multiplied by every user for cost. And tools that fail, and JASO, that breaks for reliability. All solvable, all real engineering.
And the multi-agent reflex. Planner talks to retriever, talks to writer. Usually the wrong move?
Usually slower, pricier, harder to debug than one model with a good prompt and 3 tools. Here's the test I love. If you can't articulate which separate context window each agent needs and why, you don't need multi-agent. Long code bases, parallel research threads. That's when isolated context earns it, not as a default.
So the one line to take away.
An agent is just a language model in a loop with tools, and your job is to reach for that loop only when the task truly demands it, not because the word sounds impressive.
Start simple, escalate only when forced. That's the Datarekha audio guide. See you in the next one.